Okay. Despite most anime optical balls being similar, if not completely identical to eyes like yours and mine, it's worth noting there is at least one thing that they have going for them, and it's that they look really cool. To most people. So many argue too many, regard anime eyes to be some of the most beautiful eyes in the science realm, with invigorating colors and illusions and shapes, and one shape in particular that anime eyes on more than a single account have displayed that many would adore to attain are the kawaii heart eyes. Why people want these shaped pupils or irises in the form of a heart is derivative and not really important, as I'm sure the reason for such a desire is superficial at best. Obviously, though, having heart eyes is not possible, at least not in the physical sense and not functioning in the exact same way anime specimens are able to do it. But why? Why can people not fulfill their desire to have heart springs into their eyes in varying states and intensity when they look at something they are at the very least fond of? Well, let's find out. For science! So, to start, what is it that's turning into a heart in the anime person? It would seem that it's the iris, though in some cases it's the pupil, and in some rare cases it is the entire eye. It appears to shift and contour itself to fit the shape of a heart, usually as stated previously, as almost a instinctual and unconscious response to a circumstance that is in some way desirable to the person. I hate to be the one to say how this is not possible, but I'll still do it anyway. You see, one of the main components turning into a heart is the iris, which is responsible for adjusting itself around another component that is often turned into a heart, which is the pupil. The pupil being the dot in the center of your eye that takes in the light and passes it into the retina, which then sends that information up to the brain. The iris is the colored part of your eye and is made up of two layers, with the pigment that is responsible for the eye color in the second layer, as well as being comprised of many epithelial cells. It's worth noting that while the center of the iris can move and change to assist the pupil to adjust to the light, the outer part can't move. So already having the iris contort itself, let alone the entire eye, is impossible because our eyes simply don't function to do that. And to put it in simple terms, they're not built like that. Though let's just make believe for a second, right? And descend into lunacy for just a moment and say it actually is possible. It is not something you would want, and the reason for that being that your eyes need to be round to properly function. Why? Well, because your eyes perceive light, and through all the different components working together manage to make a signal to present to your brain that in less than a few seconds your brain is able to decipher and let you know what it is that you are seeing. Part of this is surprisingly possible due to the eye being round, which allows the light to pass and bend evenly through it. A heart, which has an uneven curvature, would likely cause the light to reflect and bounce in all directions and would result likely in disorienting, hazy, blurry vision. A heart, which is comprised of two bending sides and two curves, would distort your vision so drastically the thing that caused you to get heart eyes would probably think that you're having a health dilemma. Quite so, you'd be likely more capable vision-wise with kaleidoscope eyes like a fly, rather than the sight you would have while having heart eyes. Some might even argue that anime entities' eyes are worse than ours, because not only do their eyes resemble our eyes in terms of performance, but they also come with the inconvenience of disorientation when they look at something good. I cannot recommend heart eyes to anyone who values their vision. But they do be looking cool though, I suppose. I mean, you're not going to find eyes like this in the mundane, bland human world, so there's at least that going for it. However, that is aside from the point. And with that, if you guys enjoyed this video, theoretically, if you have watched this far, then you do enjoy my videos, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, share this with your neighbor, high school teacher, and your wife, and I'll be back to answer another question that I and scientists can answer.